Health and Fitness in Carlisle, and I'm here today to talk about how to eat right, plan your meals and record down what you eat in a day to keep you on track. Now, if you've picked up one of our live well guides from other charities that we're working with at the moment, or perhaps from our club in Carlisle, you'll be able to find lots and lots of healthy eating tips. There's recipes. For example, I'm looking on page 51 here, salmon, superfood salad, cheesy, tuna. Now, they're all recipes that can be made relatively cheaply, things that can be prepared quickly for the whole family as well. Whether you are trying to lose weight, sustain weight, or put on weight, we have to think about our metabolism. Our metabolism is what makes our food process through our body. If you have a fast metabolism, then food is processing well, and chances are you'll be on the right track to keeping a healthy, sustainable weight. The issue that we sometimes face when we're a little bit overweight is that we have a slow metabolism. And that can be through fad diets, ping-ponging from diet to diet, going on a diet and then stopping, or perhaps as well not eating enough in the day. Think about your metabolism like a baby. It needs to eat a lot, it needs to digest, it needs to poop it out, and it needs to have a little sleep. It's exactly the same with our metabolism and our digestive system. We must fuel it to make it work. If we're not fueling it, it goes into starvation mode. It sits there and it thinks, oh gosh, when are they going to feed me again? I will hold on to my resources, I'll hold on to my fat cells. And even in some cases, it creates a new fat cell. And that's when sometimes you'll think, well, I'm not eating anything. How can I be putting on weight? It's because your body is creating those new fat cells, storing the fat cells just in case you're not going to feed it again. So the best thing to do is to eat small, regular portions. Ideally, we want to try and stick with 5 small meals a day. So we're talking breakfast, lunch, dinner, and 2 snacks in between. I'm not talking about crisps, I'm not talking about biscuits. Okay, that cup of tea with a biscuit of an evening, not the right kind of snack, I'm afraid. I'm talking about your good snacks. Nuts, okay, peanut butter, perhaps on a piece of celery or on some cucumber, a piece of fruit, even things with carbohydrates in, like a rice cracker, perhaps with some Marmite or some peanut butter. Think about it being high protein. A slice of ham, a slice of chicken, a little bit of cheese. Okay? We want to boost that metabolism. Then we want to think about our breakfasts, our lunches, and our dinners. Ideally, we want to make them a small plateful of food. We don't want them to be massive sized portions. We want to eat regularly, once again, to boost that metabolism. When we're thinking about this, here's a top tip for you. Use your hand. Now, if you're cooking for a smaller person, it's their hand size. If you're cooking for somebody larger than yourself, then use their hand size. So when we're thinking about our vegetables, our salad options, think about 2 hands worth of food, okay? So all the way across your hands. Pop that on your plate. When we're thinking about our proteins, our fish, our meat, our chickens, turkey, something like that, use big palm. So all the way up to your fingertips, all the way down to your palm. Butter. Now, how many of us are guilty for just slapping that butter on that piece of toast or to cook with, whacking it in the pan? This time, try and think about it the size of your fingertip. I know it's a small amount, but those small changes will make a massive difference to you trying to eat right and eat healthily. Cheese, 2 fingers worth. Not too thick and not too tall. 2 fingers. And when we're talking about our carbohydrates, this is the one that probably most of us need to calm down a little bit with. Think about it being the bottom palm of your hand, just to where your fingers start. So we're talking there about your potatoes, your breads, your rices. You can still have them, just make sure they're a small portion of your plate. So ideally, the biggest portion of your plate is your fruits, your vegetables, your salads, then you have your proteins, and then you have your carbohydrates. That's a really easy way to keep you on track and making sure that your plate size is suitable for a healthy eating lifestyle. Starting on page 59 of your Live Well guide, we've given you food and mood diaries. There's 14 so that you can record a full 2 weeks worth of meals. This is going to keep you on track, keep you motivated, and finding out and looking back and reflecting on what you liked, what you didn't like, and how the food and exercise that you're doing affected your results. So first of all, start with your breakfast, your lunch, and your snack. Don't cheat anything out. If you have a little bit of a bad meal, we had that pizza night, pop it down. It's important that you record these results. Then write your snacks down, again making sure that they're healthy snacks. And if you need a guidance of when to eat your snacks, either eat them between your breakfast and your lunch, or your lunch and your dinner. If you're one of the people that gets very, very, very hungry at the end of the day, and it's not just boredom, then you could have a healthy snack before you go to bed, but make sure that it's full of protein. You want to stay away from your carbohydrates and your high sugars. After you've recorded those, you can think about your water. Now, I'm sure we all know that water is so important for us. It helps our brain, it helps our body, everything about us is made up of so much water. If we're not drinking as much water as we should do, or we could do, then you might find that you're tired, you might find that you feel that lethargic, you can't see clearly, you're unmotivated, you might have headaches. Drinking is so important for our brain functionality as well as the rest of our body. Ideally, we should drink 8 small glasses of water a day. That's about half of this bottle. So this bottle will count as 2 glasses of water. I've actually given you 10 cups of water in the Live Well guide to keep ticking off to see if you can drink even more than your daily guidance. There's also space in the Live Well guide to write down your exercises. What did you do that day? Even if it's just a stretch in the morning, or a walk with the dog, or an actual class online. Write them down because that's going to tell you how you feel when you eat the right food. Did you have a heavy lunch that was made of lots of carbohydrates, and how did that affect your workout? And there's room for you to write about your mood in the diary as well. I am sure that if you're eating right and you're exercising regularly, you're going to feel fantastic. There's also space for you to write lots of notes, so if you find a new recipe, write it down. There is so many sources out there right now for you to choose a recipe that suits you. You can find them in cookbooks, you can find them on YouTube blogs, you can find them on Pinterest, social media, all sorts, or just borrow a recipe from a friend. Everything you need is out there to get you on track. And then at the end of your 2 weeks, go back, weigh and measure yourself and see how eating right, keeping track of your results has affected those results. Have you lost weight? Have you gained weight? Have you achieved what you want to achieve? Go for it. You can do it in 2021. Anything you need, please get in touch with us. We're Ican Health and Fitness, CIC. We're based in Carlisle, but we should be able to help you, fingers crossed, with lots of things health and wellbeing related. We'll see you next time. Bye.